Social Plug Media.
Hey, he's coming, bro. He's coming, bro. He's coming, bro. He's coming. Oh!
Got me in the mood.
Is that how it is?
Oh, yeah.
Get slapped a little bit? Get slapped a little bit and you're all up in the mood now?
Oh, yeah. Rough and rowdy.
If I would have known that a couple of years ago, that would have been perfect. I said a slap in front of you?
Mm-hmm. And not just in front of me.
You offered your head. Now I'm trying to see next call.
Hey,
Listen.
I said, is your headset? Do you need more in your headset sound than your headset?
Dude, that's not the way you said it.
That.
This is not the way you said it. Roll that back.
I feel like I'm being tag team right now. This is not cool, bro. This is not cool.
I'm having a good time.
All right. We're having a good time. That's what it's all about, man. Got my my stuff going, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, good to have you, bro.
Appreciate it.
What up, people? It is your boy J-Rock. And we're doing the whole back in your face literally thing. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
And we are here at Kick Rock's second episode podcast. It's been a while since I've done the first one. We didn't know where the show was going to go. So it's a little, we're out here now. And I brought my buddy Remy in today. What's up, Remy?
Not a lot, man. Just chilling. Finally got to get some time to come by and sit with you.
Yeah.
I keep seeing all the stuff you're posting, things you're doing. You're busy as hell.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm trying, man. It's been crazy out here, living this crazy life, man. This alien life, you know? So, but yeah, man. So, what Kick Rocks is pretty much getting out to be is a podcast where I'm going to bring my friends on. We're going to talk a little about some pro wrestling. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about sports and just another different type of podcast with the Social Plug Media, man. So shout out to Social Plug Media for giving us this area and everything to work with here to bring Kick Rocks to life. And shout out to Greenleaf Health and Wellness, who's our sponsor today. They're giving us their great studio, this location to call home and come out here and do some podcasts. And this is something that I've been excited for. I think Mr. Remy over here, he's probably been on the mic way more than me over here, but it feels good to be on this side a little bit, talk a little bit, my mind, and I'm kind of a little scared right now to sit in front of you.
Oh, yeah, I bet. I would, too. I'm an intimidating figure.
Yeah, I know.
I know what I'm doing back.
Look at that red hair. Hey, man, so people may not know. They're like, who the hell are these two jabronis talking about wrestling, man? So
we're better than them and we know it.
Exactly. I love it. We're already getting started like that. Myself, guys, I was a pro wrestler for 8-9 years, whatever you want to call it. And I don't even know if I can call myself that in a way. But it was good. It was entertaining. I had fun. I learned a lot. I was a promoter super young. And I met a lot of cool people in the industry, and I see them now on TV. And I really wish I would have stayed with pro wrestling a lot longer. And who knows what's going to happen with this show and what things are going to happen in the future, which we're not going to say anything else from there. But we're going to try our best to create what we used to do, and I think we can do that here. And that's why I brought Remy here. We'll talk about all those nights and shows that we did together on this show as well. And we'll have some fun with that. But Remy, what could you consider? I'm a big fan, and I used to be an ex-promoter. So what could you consider yourself towards wrestling, man?
Like myself?
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't want to sell you too bad, but I think you could sell yourself more.
Yeah. I mean, those who don't know, I did start out wrestling. It wasn't always behind the mic. I was just a wrestling figure. Remy LaRue was the name, and it just kind of Remy just stuck.
Okay.
Mainly the girls like to call me that. So
The girls.
yeah, the girls
Okay.
they liked Remy over versus Adam. So this is what it became. But I started out wrestling, and then I slowly started to pull away from it as we were moving away from our original spot because the ring type that we were going from was changing.
Mm-hmm.
It was starting to get to be more realistic. There wasn't cushioning, and I'm a skinny guy, so
Yeah.
I'm wrestling 200-300 pound guys. Whenever I was 115,
No
110
way.
pounds at the time.
No way.
Yeah, so I'm getting slammed around by these guys. So I
Soaking wet.
Yes, soaking wet, bro. Soaking wet. If I just came out of the river, fully dressed, shoes and all, dude, and I leave the water in the shoes, yeah, that's how much I weighed. So as the
That's
ring started
hilarious.
to progress, I slowly started to be like, hey, let me manage this group. So instead of me having to get in and wrestle that week, I was just on the outside. I was managing the group that time. Like
Yeah.
BBW went through a group called Hostile Takeover. It was one of the bigger original groups. It had all like the main figurehead guys in it. It was really just like an NWO kind of thing for us, just like on a smaller scale.
And who are y'all going against at this time?
So back then we went up against 830 and or not the 830 you knew. It was a God, what were they called?
X. Uh,
X something, man.
right? It was like,
It'll come to me. It was it was Martini,
yeah.
rest in peace, Martini and Ray.
Yeah. Okay.
And they went by Guy. It was just Guy and Ray.
Guy and Ray.
Guy
I
and
remember
Ray,
that.
and they would come out and they would do the 830 dance. Is what Martini called it. He would do an 830 dance whenever he first started before they tag teamed, and our tag part of that would go up against them too. And then Judas Rage was still around back then. Well, he was feuding with Scotty at the time. We had JP Ruin on our side.
Okay.
We had Cannibal, Adam Zupko.
Adam Zuko.
All the names Brian loved to call himself.
Yeah.
Like I said,
How many names did that guy have?
5.
He had 5 names.
Yes, he had 5.
Do you remember all 5 of them?
There was Adam Zupko. There's Cannibal. Cannonballs.
Cannonballs.
Oh God, what was his first one? His first one was like a Venom something. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember all of them.
Okay.
This goes back to more literal Scotty's backyard at his mom's.
So you're managing these guys. You went through the kind of the deal of, what would you even call that nowadays? Like the early era of BBW, I guess in ways. And that's Blockbuster Wrestling, by the way, people.
Yeah,
We're not talking about a
BBW.
site.
Yeah, no,
We're not
not
talking
that
about no
site.
site here. We're not talking about no site.
BBW Blockbuster Wrestling. I don't know if I would call it an error for us. If it was mainly it was the start. It was definitely the start of something.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think any of us realized like how special it was.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I mean, I remember just going to a couple of house shows. You had all these crazy ass house shows.
Oh God, yeah, dude, they got nuts.
What is that?
Matches.
Is that Mary? No, it's not.
Waterlane?
Waterlane.
Yeah.
And behind Michael's house.
Yep.
I remember those matches, and then I remember y'all being also behind,
Scotty ruined
like,
that.
by Chili's. And I love the guy, but I mean, I want to be able to joke with this one day, and I'm being serious, Scotty, because I'm sure you can watch this shit.
Oh, I give him crap for it all the time.
I mean, I would just love to joke about it one day and be like, dude, how stupid were we? Like, I made stupid decisions too for BBW, but like sometimes I'm like, how did y'all fuck that up? I'm just like, so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know we can laugh about it now because we're older, but and that's what I want to be able to do with it. So
and we wrestled everywhere too.
Yeah, I mean, we
Anywhere
did.
they let us set up a ring.
Yeah.
They let us set up a ring and gave us a time slot. Man, we were there.
Yeah. Well, just to break it down a little bit too, because again, we're going to talk about a lot of this stuff. Remy had one of the loudest mouths ever, and people loved it at the same time. That's why he has a whistle. He walked in with a damn whistle. Look at this shit. He's got a damn whistle with him. Look at that. He's just like in our shows. You'd come out every single time like that.
I guarantee you, there's a crowd base out there that if they just hear a whistle, it doesn't even have to be off this podcast. If they're anywhere in life and they hear a whistle, they flash back and they see my face. Okay, they see my face. I'm not written in books, but I'm written in your mind. Okay, and you can't get rid of that unless you got Alzheimer's. Then that's a suck.
Oh, jeez. No, man. And I think that was one of the greatest things. Was like, I met Remy through my brother, obviously, and through this wrestling thing.
Joe Michael,
And
Majestic King.
yeah, the Majestic King. And um, he was in a wheelchair. And so I didn't know what was really going on with him. It was more of I think it was your Timmy time, you know?
Yeah, it was my time. My Timmy time. Okay, everybody gets a little bit of Timmy time. Some of us later in life, some of us earlier in
But
life.
that's when I met him, and he just had this mount on him, and then were you doing the shows at that time? Because
Yes.
again, I don't know, my brain's horrible sometimes, but I just remember basically eventually you getting
Yeah.
back to being there on the mic, and I hated you for a while, no, even knowing you, because of your character, and that's what I love about wrestling is you know, when it's that time when the bell rings, like it's like, dude, you're in for a fucking show, and I love the character part of you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. The
And
moment
that's
I pull up too, like if you catch me before the show starts, if you've ever noticed, the moment I would show up is when you got what you were going to get on the microphone. I gave you no breaks. There was no chance of like, oh, he's not in character yet. Let's go say what's up to him. No, people still avoided me because they're like, fuck that dude, man. I swear to God.
dude. I had a lady come up to me, and we're not going to say where you work or anything like that. I
Yeah.
don't want to put any of that stuff out. But she said she saw you at work, and she was just like telling me, she's like, yeah, I went in and I told them like something about the wrestling, and J Rock was my favorite. And he just started going off on how J Rock wasn't supposed to be nobody's favorite. I'm supposed to be your favorite. I was just like, oh my God, there goes up. You saw Remy.
Yes, you did. I
So he
remember
plays the character even when he's working, and I love it,
that.
man.
No, I love doing it, man. I see some fans out. I like Walmart. I still get people that yell out
Yeah, hell
Remy,
yeah.
asking me, what's
He
going
thinks
on
it's
with you, dude?
Timmy, but it's
Yeah,
Remy.
I
Hey,
hear it. And,
put you in the wheelchair, bro. What happened? So what
okay,
happened to you? Did
so
you get fucking power bombed by JP Ruin or something?
no, actually, it had nothing to do
Was
with
it
wrestling.
Scotty's idea?
But hey, you know what? I could blame him possibly, maybe. Let me look into that. But actually, it was
Sorry, Scotty.
completely wrestling unrelated. Wasn't even related to wrestling at all. I had food poisoning. I ate some bad pork chops. Friends of mine had bought me Ozfest tickets that year, so I go to Ozfest anyways.
Hold on.
Like
You're gonna start with pork chops? Is that what you said?
yeah, pork chops. It was
Okay, go
bad pork
ahead.
chops.
Okay, okay,
It was bad pork chops. I have
okay.
food poisoning. The next day's Ozfest. I spent the whole night puking, couldn't hold down water, couldn't sleep. Go to Ozfest. It's like 130 something degrees that year on the grounds
Mm,
because of all the people and the equipment and shit going. And I start puking at the concert. Well, before we even get in, I'm puking in the parking lot. The guard at the gate sees me puking. Me and all my friends get to skip the ridiculous 3-hour line to get in because I'm
mm-hmm.
puking. And he's like, hey, man, water tent's over there. So I'm like, bet, cool, I'm going to be good. Let me get some water in me. Get the water in me. It comes up. Cop sees me puking, makes me go to the med tent. They make me go to the hospital. Hospital draws blood because they don't believe me that I wasn't on drugs and wasn't drinking.
They're thinking you're on some type of fucking pill or something.
Yeah, they're thinking I'm on something. So I'm telling them no at first. Then the cop comes back in. He's like, hey, man, they're saying your refusal for the blood draw. I was like, well, yeah, I don't need it. I didn't do anything. And he's like, well,
I'm
here's the
trying to
deal.
figure out what's wrong with you.
Yeah, and he's like, well, here's the deal, man. He's like, either you let them do it or I'm going to take
Sorry.
you downtown for suspicion of intoxication.
Holy
And
shit.
then we're going to do it down there. And they're not as good as these guys. So I said, fuck it. Do it right now. I ain't going to jail, bitch. Fuck you. You ain't looking up my ass. Been there, done that. Didn't get the ticket for it or a t shirt. There ain't no shirt for that. Okay?
Do I get some free merchandise with this shit?
No, that you don't. They don't even shake your hand. There's a guy, literally, there's a cop standing there like this, okay? And he's got 2 white gloves on, and you already know what he's about to do.
Oh,
He's going to tell
jeez.
you to turn around, and he's got a flashlight right here. He's going to tell you to turn around, bend over, spread your cheeks, and then he's going to get real close, and he's going to pull it one way, and he's going to, and then he's going to pull it the other way, and that's what's going to happen.
Is
So,
that
no, I
that's
wasn't.
the flashing?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
turning on the flashlight. So I wasn't trying to do that. So I was like, fuck it, draw my blood. Worst mistake of my life. They drew my blood from
Oh,
me in a low immune state, and they're not supposed to do that.
oh, damn
And,
it. Okay.
yeah, inside everybody, there's dormant viruses. We all got some kind of viruses in them. Our immune system keeps it suppressed. So you take somebody who's already sick in a low immune state and draw blood from them, it makes them weaker. So
Damn.
viruses can enact themselves. Mine just happened to be called Guillain-Barré syndrome.
What'd you call me?
I called you a jabroni. But it's called Guillain-Barré syndrome, GBS. It's a type of inflammatory neurosis. Your
Okay.
white blood cells attack your nervous system.
Dang. Okay.
And then causes paralysis and.
How fast did this shit hit you, bro? Like, how fast did you just like?
It took about 2 months before I couldn't even start my car anymore. And then about another 2 months later, all I could do was wiggle my fingers.
And what were these symptoms like? You weren't like how did you start feeling them? You started feeling weak here and there, or what's going on?
So I worked at a barbecue spot, and I went to go lift up just like a small little half pot of beans, and I couldn't get it up above my chest to put it on the shelf. Like I had worked all day and I was fine. And so come to the end of the night, I go to lift up these beans, and I'm just all like, man, what the hell? This is weird. Force it up, get it up, throw out the trash, close up. I don't think anything of it. And I ignore it for like 2.5 months. And for 2.5 months, it was just weaker and weaker and weaker. I got. And then I started falling out. Like I'd just be standing there and just straight noodle to the ground.
Just, God damn.
Noodle to the ground. Shit. But I had a good group of friends come pick me up, hang out with me, chill with me, pull my clothes down so I could take a piss, Finally, my mom got me a neurologist appointment. Go to the neurologist. She hooks me up, shocks me a little bit, kind of kinky stuff. And she goes, oh, man, okay, picks up the phone. She calls up to the Austin hospital, and she's like, I got a patient coming to see you tomorrow morning. He'll be there at 6. This is his name. This is his info. She hangs up the phone. She turns around. She looks at my mom, and she's all like, you don't get to sleep tonight. Somebody needs to stay awake with him to make sure that he doesn't stop breathing.
Yeah.
She's like, his lungs are that weak. They're going to shut down in like 24 to 48 hours.
Dang.
So my mom starts crying. I start laughing.
Wait, why you start laughing?
What you do, man? What am I going to cry for?
Yeah.
Like, is it going to give me more air? No. Is it going to strengthen my lungs? No. To me, I was like, fucking figures, bro. Like, we're cutting it close.
So you're laughing when he tells you this?
Oh, yeah, I'm laughing when she tells me. And she's just all like, oh, it's normal. He's just trying to hide. And I was all like, no, really, this is comical to me. I was all like, I figured, I was like, if it's going to be me, I'm going to cut it that close. Like, I'm going to get right there on it. She's just all like, yeah, because, I had told her the symptoms. Like, I really wasn't hungry. It was like I always felt out of breath no matter what. And I didn't do anything because I couldn't move. And she was like, yes, because your lungs are working so hard to stay active right now. She's like, and they're not going to be able to keep up at this level. Like 24, 48 hours, they're just going to say, I'm done. And you're going to go to sleep, and your mom's going to find you. So I go to Austin. I'm in Austin for like a week. Talk to this girl I know every day. She actually got my number from me. She dug in my pocket for it. Pimp like that.
No, why did she dig in your pocket? Because you couldn't use your hands?
Because my phone was in my pocket and I couldn't move my hands. So yeah, she had to. If she wanted
So
the number.
how far were you paralyzed, bro?
Oh, neck down.
Neck down.
Little Timmy works. Little Timmy still works.
Your little Timmy still works, but from neck down.
Which I got a story for the whole little Timmy thing for you.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Check this out. This is how good of friends I got. Okay. This is how good they are. They're fucking assholes. Okay, so they started. I didn't start this because I go to my buddy's Halloween party.
Yeah, get the mic a little closer to you. That's what I was trying to tell you. It's a little closer to you. There you go.
And since I'm going in a wheelchair, they put a Superman shirt on me and tell everybody I'm Christopher Reeves for Halloween, right? So it was funny. I was cool with that. I was down with that. But then that started the whole process of all my friends, anytime we were around hot chicks.
Okay.
Show a crippled some nipple. And what do hot bitches love to do?
Crippled some nipple.
Yeah. What do hot bitches love to do? You tell them the crippled, you show a guy in a wheelchair, and they are willing to pull their tits out.
They're showing you the fucking nipple.
Yeah, like nipple. Right in your face, too. And then I had one ask me, you want me to sit on your lap? What the fuck for? Like, are you going to do something? You got to do all the work because I can't fucking move.
What if that's little Timmy work?
Dude, yeah, little Timmy works, so they're showing titties, so he's like, hey, I like that. I'm over there like, fuck you, bro. I can't touch you.
Yeah,
I'm doing this over here like, come on, somebody fucking put my hand on my dick. Yeah, they'll pull their tits out, but they don't want to touch you. You know, they'll let you look at them all day. Have them going like, I bet it's nice. You got good friends. Yeah, these are great fucking guys as they walk away with you. Fucking assholes. Glad you got laid. You're dying. Yeah, why not? You know, fuck the guy that's got years to go.
I feel like you were like that kid that like has that candy necklace on and they're trying to reach. They're trying to reach for that glass candy that's over here that's stuck. That was you, right? Trying to lick.
Trying to bite my own fucking ear. It was horrible. Horrible.
Oh, jeez.
But I did, throughout all that, I did meet my now wife.
Oh, yeah.
We have 3 more kids, and it was because I was paralyzed. I was at the party I was at, and it happened to be the party she was at. And got to talking, made her laugh. So she wanted my number, and I was like, well, it's in my pocket. It ain't been touched in like a year, bro. So I was like, just get within a couple of inches, please.
He's wearing the same pants for like a fucking year because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Holes in the pocket cut out, There was no phone in there. What does a cripple need a phone for? I can't answer it.
Oh, Siri, answer my phone.
Yeah, but she reaches in my pocket, pulls my phone out, puts your number in my phone. Because at the time I knew I was going to the hospital the next day.
Yeah.
So my mom let my friends take me out for New Year's because it was New Year's.
Yeah.
So she let them take me out for New Year's, took me out. They came, took me to a party, got me good and drunk, fucked up. Met a couple of girls. One of them just ended up being the forever one. And 16 years later,
hell yeah,
she stuck.
What a lucky gal!
I know, right? She got all yes. I mean, who doesn't want a ginger?
If you hear somebody laughing in the background, by the way, shout out Lauren. She's in the house. And yeah, so if you hear her laughing, she's laughing with us. So geez, and I get it, man. This guy has made me laugh for years, man. So it was pretty cool because recently we kind of just revamped and kind of started hanging out on the PlayStation, playing some Fortnite. So
yes, sir.
Hit some dubs, and it was pretty funny because I was like, man, I really want to see who wants to do this podcast with me, and especially when we do start doing the wrestling part of this, was couldn't not pass you up, man. I was glad when I posted that on social media. We're like, yeah, let's do it, man. Let me get on there.
I remember that I asked you when are we doing our episode.
Yeah,
I can't. I love to talk wrestling.
Hell yeah.
It irritates me at times, but.
So hold on, before we keep moving on, how did you get better?
Oh, so yeah, so they send me off to Austin and they do these, they're called IVG solution treatments. So it's like an IV bag, but it's a thicker solution. And it takes anywhere from, once your body can handle it, you can get it down to like 3.5 hours. But when you first start, they're like 4 to 6 hour sessions.
Okay.
And it's real thick solution, so you feel it.
You feel that shit just going like straight into the veins?
Yeah, you feel it like as soon as it hits your arm or wherever you got your IV, you feel it there first, and you literally feel it work its way through your body until you can feel your whole body, and not in a good way.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it sucks. It hurts. Like, it's so thick and it's slow moving.
How long was this process when you were doing this?
So when I first started, each day I was in the hospital, we were doing 6 hours.
Dang.
And I'd have to get a shot in my stomach first to keep from any kind of clotting, and then have the IV thing going. And then I shit you not, I didn't shit. I didn't shit the whole time I was there. I didn't. I couldn't at this point.
I shit you not.
I couldn't shit. I did not. I didn't the whole time I was there. I was there 5 days, right?
So how many times would you shit on a regular basis though? Like how often
normally,
were you shitting?
Dude, I shit 2-3 times a day.
Okay, that's good.
That's how I keep my figure. Go put it in, take it out. I ain't trying to hang on to that. I'm not a hoarder. I get rid of everything.
Dude, I bet you can fucking eat anything you want to.
Oh, I do. It's horrible. I pay for it sometimes. I look spicy. But okay, 5 days. No, I didn't shit, and I lied to the doctor every day. Telling them I was taking a shit.
No.
And each day too, the doctor would be like, well, I got to talk to your nurses because they're supposed to log that. And I'm all like, I'm not having these women wipe my ass.
I dropped 2 logs.
Well, I'm in Austin, right? And I'm in a hospital, and okay, yeah, you see the TV shows where they got the hot nurses and the hot doctors, and you're like, it's not like that. And 99.9% of the time, it's not. It's not. Unless you're fucking paralyzed. And then every goddamn nurse you get is a fucking 10, bro. Is a fucking 10. I'm not having a 10 wipe my ass. I had to ask a fucking 9.5 to hold my while I took a piss in a jug, bro. And that took me a minute to build up. Like, she was all like, do you want me to go get you a male nurse? Fuck no, don't go get me a male nurse. Give me a minute. Let me think of baseball, rocking chairs, plants, snails. Okay, touch it. Hurry up. I gotta pee. Trying not to pop a full-on fucking riser in front of her. Bullshit. They offered this swimming program. Too bad my insurance wouldn't cover it because I was yeah. There was water therapy, dude. Water therapy. They offered me water therapy, and I was like, "What is that?" And they're like, "Oh, well, we'll get you in the swimming pool, the wave pool. We'll build up your strength." And I was like, "Well, who's gonna do this with me?" And the three hot nurses I had, they were all like, "Oh, well, we'll be the ones in the water with you." So I was like, "Sign me up. Let's do this." And then it came back the next day, and they're like, "Oh, unfortunately, your insurance isn't going to cover the water therapy." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck yeah, because I can move now, so fuck this guy, right? I don't get a bone thrown my way." Horseshit.
Yeah, bro.
But so I do the treatments for 5 days. You know what I mean? Get the treatments done.
No swimming.
Yeah, no swimming.
Damn it.
Talk to the future wife every day for like 6-8 hours straight, sometimes a little bit longer. Get to finally come home. By the time I'm leaving, like I go from when I get there, I can just wiggle my fingers to when I'm leaving, I can stand up off the bed by myself.
Damn.
And I could penguin walk. I felt still a little iffy because I hadn't been on my feet for a few months. But
did you feel like tingling and as like you were starting to gain strength, or was it more like
Oh yeah, when the muscle mass started coming back and the weight started coming back on, all those nerve endings that were just dead for so long are all starting to kick. So when people talk about like nerve pain and like residual pain like that and like shadow pains, I get it. I get it because I've had to go to the hospital looking just like this. No bruising, no swelling, no redness, no nothing. And having to tell them that my pain level is a fucking 15 on a scale of 1 to 10.
And could they tell by that by putting like your heart rate or anything like that? Nothing?
No. Like they could tell me like I had an accelerated heart rate, but that I would have to go see my neurologist. And when you go to your neurologist, they check your nerve ending. They hook up little like shocker things to you and literally shock you to see how far the shock goes. So if I wanted to see anybody, I'd have to go to a neurologist.
What? Okay.
Hospitals aren't really equipped for that. So and then they see people coming in. I get their side. They see people coming in every day just wanting pills or wanting something.
Yeah.
I'm literally there because I've been in pain for like 5-6 days straight, sleeping hour and a half at a time, waking up. And I mean, it's in the bone kind of pain when your nerves are sparking.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. If you've never had any kind of like nerve damage, it's really hard to explain the pain from it.
I don't know if I've ever had nerve damage, but I remember, the wrestling. Like there was twice where JP he speared me, and I had like this whiplash, and that's when he broke my ribs. Okay. That's when he broke my ribs. But
so that feeling you felt in your neck,
right.
Imagine head to toe 24/7.
Oh fuck that, dude! No, thank you.
And it would come in waves. So like there would be days where it'd be like on a 2, manageable 2, and then halfway through the day you're at a 6. And it'll drop back down to a 4. But then you get home and you sat in the wrong position too long. Now you're at a 9.
Damn. Okay, so this thing was really getting you.
And it took years to get over that pain. That was worse than being paralyzed, was the recovery pain. Like 24/7 now, like dude, this isn't bad because
that's you just kind of just
you can just kind of this is the best I can do right here. This is a great day for the shakes.
Yeah.
But that's 24/7.
So what was the process of this? How long did it take you to actually get, like you would say, okay, now I can wipe my own ass?
To be...
right? I mean,
wipe my own ass. By the time I left the hospital, I was wiping my own ass.
Okay.
But to get back to where I felt like I could do normal things
Mhm.
and not be scared, about 2 years.
Okay.
About 2 years to do everything.
Dang.
Uh, but
So
it
that
was
was from the wheelchair all the way to
yeah, all the way back to
all the way back to feeling like
walking
you're back
and
to
going
normal.
up steps, lifting weights,
Dang.
try to play basketball, and
Oh, I remember those years. You definitely tried.
dude,
You definitely tried.
I tried. I personally, I seriously, I do love playing basketball. Out of every
Yeah.
sport, if I was going to play a sport, basketball is the sport I enjoy playing the most. I like watching football most.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy playing basketball most. I was decent before I got
At the
paralyzed.
basketball. Well, I mean, I got to see you play a little bit, but not too much. But
And then after being paralyzed, just running is just not.
it just sucks.
Yeah, it's not my
So
forte.
that's why we're you're a gamer now.
Yeah, I prefer the game. Prefer the game.
Prefer the game, and now I'm about to jump on this mic thing. So
Now, if you send me out to my son's football game, you will catch me running up and down the field, keeping up with where they're
so you
at.
just running and like focusing
Oh
on the game
man,
and just
I'm all over the place, dude. I got my hand on the fence. I'm jumping. I'm
that's
screaming,
awesome.
dude. I'm just I get so excited.
That's awesome.
He's a lineman too, so whenever people find out who my kid is, they're like, "Why is he getting so excited?" Well, because there's more to football than the halfback running the ball. Okay, the linemen do shit too, and when my
Yeah.
son gets 2 pancakes in one play,
Oh yeah.
dude, I am. Oh yeah, he's gonna get to see somebody. He's gonna get to look to the crowd, and he's gonna know at least one, if not 2 or more people over there.
Mhm.
What they're cheering about is what he did.
Well, it'll definitely be the loudest one out there, I'm sure.
I am.
It's usually the loudest one out there, Lon?
I'm by far the loudest
yeah.
one. They're lucky I don't take the cowbell anymore.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm glad they don't let you take that damn whistle out there either, man.
Oh yeah,
So,
no whistles allowed,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Well,
'Cause
so this wrestling thing, man. If y'all guys are watching, we are having our first ever watch party at Double Shots. So shout out Double Shots. We appreciate you. I know I'm gonna put your logo right here. Boom. Shout out to Double Shots and for allowing us to come out here and do this. We had Austin Hannah on the show on the Social Plug right here, Social Plug podcast. Make sure you go check them out as well while you're checking out Kick Rocks right now. But go check them out. And we had Austin Hannah, the owner, and he was like, "Man, I would love to do some wrestling." I'm like, "Dude, I'm your man. Oh, let's go, brother."
he's talking to the right
And
guy.
yeah, man, that's what I told him, bro. So we hit it off and we came up with some ideas, and so we're gonna be doing this thing, man. And I'm excited. As you can tell, I'm always wearing my wrestling shirts on the Social Plug meter, just around, man. I got away from it a while for a couple of years. I'm like, damn, what the hell was I thinking, man? Get back to wearing the wrestling, what I represent and love. And I felt like this is a good platform to create this. So come out this Saturday. As you're watching this, we're airing this on Friday. So come watch this. Come check us out this Saturday out there. We're gonna have all kinds of WWE merchandise. We're gonna have Social Plug media merchandise and Double Shots merch. We're gonna be doing drawings. DJ Izzy D, my boy Izzy, he's gonna come out and have some wrestling theme music being played. Probably after every match, we'll do some type of raffle. And yeah, man, just come out dressed like a wrestler. We're gonna give out some type of prize for that too. But just to create the atmosphere of wrestling, man. So
Y'all doing any
that's what we
trivia
want to do.
stuff?
Yeah, we're gonna do some trivia. So we're gonna try to mix it up as much as we can and looking for ideas. So I'm gonna need your help on some good trivia with some wrestling, man. So
Yeah.
I love wrestling because of what it can do. It can just forget just anything in life for a minute for me, because it's just the entertainment I love. But it can also be around and really be involved. And I think that's something wrestling fans really, really love, that part of it, about being around. You can't even, every time I go to a wrestling show, I don't even know this person next to me.
Oh,
we
it's great energy.
kick it we can kick it just like that within 5 minutes talking about wrestling, and we're best friends, and I really feel like that's the atmosphere we want to bring to Double Shots this Saturday, and to just show that everybody's singing along with the Seth Rollins, and singing along with Kingdom when Cody comes out. Like, that's what we want to be able to do and create those moments. So, yeah, well, let's get started, man. Let's get started.
You want to start with Seth Rollins?
Well, I'd like to go over the SummerSlam card here. Okay, so
okay.
let's do that. How about that?
I'm
I had
down
this
with that.
all ready for this for us.
Okay.
So
Make my picks.
we are gonna start. Did you know that they are actually starting off with a SummerSlam battle royal?
I did not.
Yeah. So now we got to think about
What does the winner of the
who's
battle royal get?
who's on the card. Yeah, who's on the card? All that good stuff. I thought I had it ready. Look at me. I'm not ready.
Never
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
The show's never started
I
on
don't.
time.
I don't under. I don't know who. Oh, here it is. I was ready. Okay, so you already got a couple guys on the card that you would think would win already. So now you're at a point where you can look at an AJ Styles, Karrion Kross, Sheamus, Mysterio. So let me
All
see.
those
I don't know
guys.
if it says exactly
Like
what they
so.
win. It says SummerSlam Battle Royal. It doesn't say.
This is just another inaugural battle
I
royal.
probably, man.
Okay, time slot filler.
There's no official guys announced yet. I mean, it seems like, who would you favor right now if you really could do that? It doesn't say anything about nothing. I mean,
see, I hate it when they do things like
yeah,
that.
like doesn't say like what they're doing it for. But anyway, this is per Bleacher Report, by the way. But I mean, LA
I'll
Knight.
go throw it out there. Rey Mysterio wins that battle.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's gonna be LA Knight. They got to do something with him. He's not on the card any other way. And the guy's killing it right now. I'm loving it. Yeah, and how he's just kind of just. Okay, I want look at your face. Okay, everybody watch that. I want everybody to see that when I just said that. Why? I want to hear what everybody's talking shit about LA Knight, bro. I love him. I like what he's doing.
He's growing on me.
Okay.
He is. I'll give him that. Every week, I dislike him a little bit less, and I like him a little bit more. When they first had him doing the thing with Bray Wyatt, the dark match, whatever that match was.
I didn't like that either, though. Did you happen to see? Did you happen to see him in TNA?
I saw him a little bit in TNA, and that's why I was kind of excited to see him in WWE.
Yeah, the Millionaire Megastar.
And when I first found out his first major feud was going to be Bray Wyatt, I was like, oh, they're going to bury him. Like, early.
You think they were going to?
Well, because at the time, Bray Wyatt's hot, dude. He was hot. LA Knight's not beating Bray Wyatt at this point in time. So you're going to start him off fresh with his first feud as a loss?
I think, okay. So, continue. I'll let you go.
And it's a crushing loss, too, because if you were a wrestling fan, if you've been following even for 2 months, you knew going into that rivalry who was winning, who was coming out on top. You knew Bray Wyatt was. You knew he was. And who came out on top? Convincingly came out on top. And then for, the next 2 months, LA Knight, if you ask me, struggled in the shows.
But he had airtime, though. And I think that's the biggest part. So I think the thing is, when you bring in a guy like when you bring those two guys together, we didn't know this at the time, but you're thinking, where's Bray Wyatt going with the story? And look where he's at right now. So I think at that time, they're like maybe thinking, okay, we put these two guys together. No matter what kind of happens, we can keep LA Knight still on the mic. And then Bray, we don't know what's going to happen. But again, we don't know that. And then 2 months later, he's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think
mental problem, depression issue.
I'm not too sure exactly what it was.
He's real quiet about his personal stuff.
Yeah,
super quiet. It's hard to find out anything that's going on with that guy. When he pulls away, I feel like he kind of does what's best for him, and what's best for him is just really staying out of everything, which is fine. Like if that's what he needs to do it. I really wish he could stay mentally, emotionally, and physically healthy because, personally speaking, I think Bray Wyatt in the ring
he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
Can't be touched. You can't touch him in the ring. You can't touch him on the mic. Like the dude is incredible in everything that he does.
You're not gonna find too many third generation, second generation superstars that would like focus and then really put the work in. That aren't good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's a phenomenal worker. But at the end of the day, I just really feel like they knew something would happen with it. So I love that LA Knight's on TV a lot. Yes. He's been taking advantage of his time. I love that he talks. And again, guys, look, we're just fans here. We're just talking. Yeah. Okay. So there's nothing that like we know for sure, unless I kind of, know for sure in some ways. And I'll tell you that.
Speculation.
It's all speculation. We're all just having fun here.
Yeah, our guesses.
But I'm thinking overall is that he'll win this because of the work he's been putting in. Obviously, he's getting over.
Yeah.
And there's no other way to really push it hard without pushing him. I think Triple H is doing a really good job with or whoever it's really going on creating these stories and telling good stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think this is he even said it at the press conference.
The stories are getting better.
Those who wait and what is it? Those who wait the longest will get things coming. I don't remember.
Yeah.
That'll come to me. But yeah, that's what he was just like saying. Those who wait get things that come to them, or something like that.
Yeah,
Good things
those
come
who
to
are
them.
patient.
Yeah, those are exactly. Yeah, something like that. So he's really, I think LA Knight's really killing it right now. I think he's doing good stuff. So that's why I think that would go that SummerSlam match.
What I'm liking about LA Knight right now is they're not forcing matches. Like they're not using him in pointless matches. He's not wrestling some nobody guy. He's not wrestling Dom. He's not doing any of that. If it's not who they're focusing him on for a lengthy time, they're not wasting the time really putting him in the ring. He's still getting matches here and there, but nothing, out of the norm.
Like I think he's fighting again. You're going to see this on Friday if you watch it on Friday. He's fighting Sheamus on Friday night, SmackDown. So you know what I mean. Like, what's going to come out of that? You know what I mean? But
if he beats Sheamus, I'll change my vote to say that he's going to win the Battle Royal. If he beats,
think so.
If they give him a win over Sheamus, then
it's going to go.
They're pushing him for something.
Yeah. So
which I wouldn't mind seeing LA Knight and Austin Theory kind of going at it.
LA Knight and Austin Theory. Yeah. You would think he would go for the United States?
I would like to see him hit United. I would like to see wrestlers go back to that old tradition.
Yeah, where they're going
where the Intercontinental title was pretty much your Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm. If you don't think that they've utilized it like that lately,
look at Gunther.
Oh, but dude. But I think
look at what they did with Dean Ambrose with it.
This is just from what I know. Okay, I love Keith Lee. We hired Keith Lee. He worked for Blockbuster Wrestling. But my understanding is, from what I heard from other guys, was he left WWE because they want him to lose weight and they want him to look better. Yeah. Now you do that, Keith Lee drops, and I love you, Keith Lee, but I'm just being real. You drop a good amount of pounds, you're flying all over that ring. You look sellable. You're able to put on front on whatever. And I don't know what's going on with AEW, but again, I love Keith Lee. Great guy.
Oh yeah,
very humble. He was here. I loved him. Great guy. But that's what I think they did with Gunther. Like, dude, if you don't lose weight and look better, you're nothing that can be a marquee for us, so you better do that. And I think that's what happened. And look at him now. Now they're just shining him up, Yeah. I think he's the one that's going to beat Roman.
I think Roman loses it before he ever faces Gunther.
I think so.
Yeah.
So that kind of gives my prediction away this Saturday, but I really think Gunther will take it.
Yeah. For all the people out there thinking that Uso's beating Roman,
no.
Trust me, I hate Roman more than anybody else hates Roman. But he's not losing.
There goes that face again.
Yeah.
There goes that face again.
He's not losing to Jey Uso, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not losing to Jey Uso. They're not having him drop Roman. He's not dropping it at SummerSlam.
Yeah, Roman's not going to drop it. Definitely.
When he loses the belt, it's going to be a WrestleMania.
Okay.
It's going to be a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about the reign he's on right now. How can you drop it at any other pay-per-view than the biggest pay-per-view of the year?
Okay. I don't think so either. I mean, he's killing it right now. I saw a display thing that Hogan was like on 14. I think it was 1407. It was something like that. So Roman would still need another year and a couple months to beat Hogan. He's got about another 150, if I'm correct, 200. We'll look that up and I'll put them at the bottom.
Yeah.
How many more days he has, but he's supposed to be beating Bruno Sammartino here pretty soon too. So
yeah, I think
but he's gonna have to hold it. But I think that's gonna happen. I mean, it's the motivation to keep the title, keep it working, and I think it still works. I kind of starting to hate him too. That's his job, though,
Yeah, I mean, it's his job to be a heel, and I feel like Paul Heyman has helped him a lot in that. But I think WWE has dropped the ball with having him have the title this long.
I don't know.
To me, you've had him crush every other wrestler. You went as far as you made another title so someone else could have a title on that show because you couldn't have him drop one of the titles because you unified them.
Yeah, I was kind of upset
about that. So you're saying between two rosters, there's no one that can beat Roman Reigns. He's smashed everybody. There's no point to face him at this point in time. Let's create another title over here. Yeah. It's not as prestigious, but you got a title. as I feel what they did. When you put a guy on a title reign this long, it's kind of hard to keep legitimacy in anybody else.
Well, we'll see, because I mean, I feel like if they're gonna do that something soon, it's gonna happen soon, because it's getting to that point. I mean, again, I know numbers don't lie, but again, interest and all this stuff, you don't want it to kill it too bad. But there's a lot I think comes out of this. Roman might be gone for a good couple of years. He might take a good break. You can already see he's there every other SmackDown.
Yeah,
Homeboy's had more returns than, I mean,
the Triple H.
he's won, I mean, 10 times. He's had more returns than all these people. So
And then,
it's
granted, like
crazy.
you said, like we don't know what's going on behind the
Exactly,
scenes.
we don't.
And we've
So,
had how
yeah.
many wrestlers now that
Mhm.
they made their comebacks and they're pushing them up, and then
Mhm.
injuries. Randy Orton.
Yeah, Randy, yeah.
Randy Orton gets hurt. Look what
Yeah.
happened because of that. Like,
Yeah,
who knows what
maybe
the
he'll
tag
come back.
division? Yeah,
And there's a lot of stuff that I think too. Like, if I can be, that fan, shit, I would love to see The Rock come back and help Jay win it.
Oh yeah,
That'd be awesome. That'd be something we wouldn't, not expect, but we can always, and that's what's great about pro wrestling. And that's what's great about sometimes just having to sit back and just accept what they're going to give us, because sometimes they shock us, sometimes they don't.
That's why I watch, because I know you've heard me bitch about
Yes.
predictability, just so much predictability.
I cannot text this guy and talk about wrestling. Like, I'll post something on my Facebook, and then he's there like bringing shit back. I'm like, dude, I can't stand this, because he ruins it for me sometimes.
Because I have a point. I'm right.
Okay, so let's go down this card before we run out of time here. So it looks like we got Logan Paul and Ricochet. Logan Paul's going to be the first match of the night, I'm sure, because he's going to, after his match, jump on a plane to go watch his brother get his ass whooped by Nate Diaz.
Fingers.
So I hope Nate knocks his ass out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Logan, but I don't like Jake. So we'll see if that happens. So who do you got from Logan Paul and Ricochet? This could be Logan's first win. Maybe then his brother goes and wins. What's the motivation there? But
I think it's his first win.
I think it is too.
Just because he seems to be getting more serious about wrestling. I think we're going to start seeing him possibly on a regular basis.
Yeah, we're going to see a good technique out of him, see some more moves.
I'm not going to lie.
See a move set. I'm ready to see a different type of move set.
The guy can wrestle. Like, he can do the high flyer stuff. Now it's time to see if he can do some technical stuff and keep up with a guy like Ricochet. Yeah. As long as they don't slow Ricochet down too much. I understand he's got to bring his level down, because Paul's not there yet.
Yeah.
But if they can meet somewhere where Ricochet still gets to do his thing and pulls Paul along with him, I think it'd be a great match.
Yeah, and that's where I think Ricochet's going to take his advantages, use his speed, and see if he can drain him out and see what he can get out of that. Unless Logan cheats out of it, but...
Well, then the WWE is notorious for screwing Ricochet right now. Like, whoever the creative is does not fucking like him.
Yeah, I love Ricochet. I've been watching Ricochet for years when he was in the Indies, him and Will Ospreay. Anyways, I can go all day with that. So I'm taking Logan. You got...
I'm going Logan with you.
Logan? Logan it is. Logan it is. Okay. Second match that they kind of have on the card here is Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. Is it Baszler? Oh, my bad. Shayna Baszler. My bad.
I'm going with Baszler for the upset.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Ronda's on her way out.
It got confirmed this morning. Ronda's going back to... Yeah, Ronda talked with Dana White. So it's not confirmed that there's a contract signed, but it got leaked this morning that Ronda and Dana White have been talking.
Oh shit, you heard it here. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see, man. I'm excited for that. I think Ronda needed to get out already. Hear speculation she was not having fun anymore.
I don't think she needs to go back to MMA though.
I don't know.
The competition, they left her behind years ago.
Well, she could not. She would need to put some work in before she knocked out a Nunez. So
she was dominant in her time.
What if she did? Hold on, let's go back here. What if she did go back to the UFC, takes out Nunez, gets her title back like that? What do we think?
Nunez retired, so she'd have to fight Pena.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love Pena. I met her at WrestleMania last year.
Really?
Yeah, I took a picture with her and everything.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll show it right here.
Oh, yeah, she was dope. She's dope. She's a good fighter. She got a lot of heart. So I think she could take Ronda.
No, I love Pena, man. She's a great lady, and she was really cool. But other than that made me love her even more. But just having that, Mexican pride and, Just kind of behind it. God dang this guy. Anyway, next on the card.
Oh, gotta be something, man. You can't
I
just
gotta
be
get mine.
proud because you won a title.
Whatever, bro. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar.
Cody Rhodes.
I'm taking Cody too. I feel like he's ending it. I feel like he's got a good push right now, a lot of motivation to go into the match. I think he even does it clean, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be a hard fought match. He can get his ass whooped, by the way.
Yeah, if
he's gonna look like he lost after the match, but he's gonna win.
Yeah. If he doesn't beat Brock Lesnar, I don't see a road for him to the title. It's gonna set him back too far.
I think so too. I think if he does the same thing, if he loses this, it's like going right back down.
Yeah,
to like, can't beat Brock. How are you gonna beat?
Yeah, how are you gonna push him?
How are you gonna beat Seth?
Yeah,
how are you gonna beat Seth?
Fuck Seth.
He loves Seth, by the way. He loves Seth Rollins.
Fuck Seth.
He loves Seth Rollins.
Fuck him.
Whoa! Whoa!
He stole that.
No, he didn't.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Are you kidding me right now? Shinsuke.
Yeah. What did the fans do when Shinsuke Nakamura would come out? Oh, it's coming back to you. I see the thought bubble.
Okay.
NXT, whenever he would come out to the ring.
No, you're right.
It was Shinsuke. Somewhere along the line, whenever Shinsuke was gone for that 6-month hiatus,
okay,
Seth Rollins somehow got the fans started doing it because he would come out and do the whole Mozart thing like that to himself.
Yeah.
And through no fault of his own. I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose.
But it
happened and he didn't stop it, and I can't blame him for not stopping it.
Yeah, it worked for him though. But I didn't even think about that. Little Uzi Vert just made a song with Shinsuke's beat, and he even actually does the. That's funny. I didn't even think about that till now.
It was Shinsuke.
Okay. Anyway, so
that's
Cody's got to win.
Yeah,
Cody's got to win. Cody's got to win. Cody's got to win, or it doesn't work. But let's say Brock wins. I don't know where Brock goes right now. Where does Brock go if he loses, man? That's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gone to Royal Rumble. We'll see. The Intercontinental Championship match is Gunther versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre just came back from his injury. He almost didn't sign back with the WWE, which they wanted you to think.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's back.
I want Drew to win.
You want who?
I want Drew McIntyre to win.
Really?
I do.
I want Gunther to win because it's Gunther, but I want Drew to win because of where I want it to go. I want Gunther to start making his way up.
Exact same reason why I want Drew to win. Because if you pulled the Intercontinental off of Gunther, you can he's
got a plan.
You can push him.
He's a man with a plan.
Yeah. Just because it's been done in the past. When you lose the Intercontinental title, doesn't automatically drop you out of any kind of contendership. A lot of times it puts you in the opening to start feuding for the heavyweight title. It puts you in the rankings.
Yeah. And
I don't see how they don't. Once he drops the Intercontinental title, he has to be in heavyweight contention. It's got to be a feud there. He's got to be fighting for it, or you wasted all this time.
So when does he come after it though? Because then you got Fastlane, and then you got Payback, and then you got Survivor Series. That's between now and November, bro.
I would say
unless they come within the pay-per-view.
Fastlane, start it.
Okay.
Start it. Either at Fastlane or the Raw after Fastlane.
Yeah, that'd be best. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with Survivor Series, but we'll see. But that's another thing. You bring The Rock back. The Rock always loves coming back to Survivor Series.
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna be the teams for Survivor Series right now?
That too. Bloodline is Bloodline gonna revamp.
The Judgment Day gonna make it that long?
That too. Yeah. That's a big one too. All right, so the next match that I'm very kind of upset about because I really don't feel like I'm excited about it, but the WWE Women's Championship match is Asuka versus Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair in a triple threat match. I think Asuka winning was cool and all that good stuff. I feel like Blair should never lost it, and I think if Charlotte wins it again, I'm gonna get tired of her winning.
I'm already tired of Charlotte winning. How does she? What does she have? She has 15?
She's about to be daddy pretty soon.
Yeah. How does she have 15 already?
I'm not too sure. Let me see if they say something about it here. I'm not exactly sure about how many she's won.
Oh wait, I know how it is because they have her drop it at a pay-per-view to win it back.
It's like they would get randomly just lose it here and there, but it doesn't say.
Between the three of them though, because I just can't stand Belair's character.
Why?
I just don't like it.
It's marketable. What are you talking about? She's great. She's a great athlete.
Don't like it. The setup for her finisher it's too obvious for me every time. Every time.
Like what do you mean for when she's about to finish?
Yeah, when she's gonna hit her finisher, when she's gonna get him on her shoulders to hit him with it. Like anytime she faced Dewdrop, you knew past the 8-minute marker in that match, if Dewdrop tries to climb the top rope, Belair's coming up behind her, scooping her to her shoulders, and then hitting her finisher that way because she's not lifting Dewdrop up off the ground.
Yeah.
Too obvious.
Yeah, geez. See, this is the wrestling fucking Remy.
To me, it's not her skills I don't like. It's the creative aspect. The creative.
How do you know that's not her? That's not that.
I'm hoping it's not.
I hope it's not her either.
Hoping it's not.
So how many times is Ric Flair champion?
I believe Ric Flair 16. Right? 16 times.
Charlotte Flair is at 14.
14? Is it 14? Yeah, in a third of the time.
Jeez, yeah?
Yeah, that's crazy. Third of the time.
I mean, I guess in a way she's already a vet, right? I mean, how long has she been in the WWE too?
Oh, gosh,
that's something to think about as well. So, it's definitely, it's definitely some good shit that she's been doing. I think she deserves it in ways, but
I feel like they're gonna give it to her.
We'll see what happens.
They're not going to keep it on Asuka.
I'm going to take Bianca Belair. I think they want to change that up. I think it's time for her and Ford to even do something too.
With Asuka, the problem with keeping the belt on her is the language barrier.
Yeah.
If she spoke,
I think she's always been so creative, though. Which has been good about it,
which is how you can put the belt on her, but you're not going to see her go on a 365-day championship.
No, because I don't think so either.
You can only do so many promos and TV spots with her on the mic.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
The mic skills opens you up so much more whenever you get up to that level.
Andre didn't say a word.
Didn't have to.
I'm joking. We ain't going to go there. We ain't going to go there. All right, so we're going to go on to your favorite person, Mr. Seth Rollins, bro. What are you going to... Yeah, so we got Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. This is a really cool feud, man. I've been liking what they're doing. I like how it's interrupting the Judgment Day a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's been challenging the Judgment Day. Shout out to Dom Dom and Mommy. I'm loving what they're doing with them, too. But at least to this match itself...
So I answer this in two ways.
Okay.
First, the way I think it's gonna go, and I kind of hope it goes.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the match.
Okay.
By the time they're moving on to the next one, Damian Priest is champion. Now, I full-heartedly am hoping Finn wins it from Seth, and then Damian cashes in on Finn right there.
That was what I was hoping too. So we'll see how that rolls.
I'm really hoping that's how it plays out.
I think if there's going to be any title changes at all, other than the triple threat, I would really like to see this one happen. Yeah. I would really like to see them. You want to talk about making something interesting, this is the time to do it.
Yeah, and set the precedence too that not everybody's going to go on a 2-3 year title run.
What's next? Is it Payback or Fastlane? And I'm not going to ruin that by checking right now, but if Payback is next, I mean, that's what the pay-per-view is all about, Payback.
Yeah.
So maybe that does happen. Or maybe a triple threat match.
So my second way this is going to go is Seth's going to win. Damian's going to try to cash in. And Finn's going to interrupt it again.
So he loses his chance in cashing in?
Yeah, now whether he gets to cash it in and loses that way or doesn't get to cash it in by another Finn tactic, because it's been going on. Finn's been stalling it and, disrupting it to where he can't cash it in on time before Seth gets away. I think Seth wins,
this is interesting.
Finn interrupts it, and then that causes the distinction between the Judgment Day, which sets up Finn Balor and Damian Priest at Payback.
Okay. Well, that's so many ways I can go.
Yeah, those are the two ways I'm thinking.
Well, let's see. And then the main event, unless they add other matches for at least what's Bleacher Report putting out again, which I appreciate Bleacher Report. You got we already talked about the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. So
Roman Reigns is winning.
yeah, I see Roman winning. I don't see that title being changed yet. I feel like they still got a lot to do with that storyline. I'm still interested in a way to see how they're going to push it. I'm getting a little burned out, just a little bit, but I could take a little bit more. And I know it's going to hopefully be something big because, again, I'm loving what pro wrestling has done. In the past year, this has probably been the best year ever, and numbers don't lie, but it's just been the best from WWE to AEW. We're going to be talking about AEW on the show too. We're going to be doing AEW watch parties here pretty soon too. This is what we want to do, is talk about wrestling, and I've been loving where it's been going lately. So keep it interesting in a way.
Yep.
And again, we're going to see how interesting they keep it with Roman as champion, I think.
Yeah, there's only so much they can do with that.
Yeah.
So much. And I feel like the numbers are rising back up because they're hitting back towards more of the older crowd again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I get going for kids.
Mm-hmm.
The parents are going to get the kids. Get the parents. Mm-hmm. If you get the parents, you have the kids. Because what do kids watch? They watch what mom and dad watch. Yeah. My kids love wrestling. Mm-hmm. They like football. They like cartoons. Why? Because that's what I watch. That's what they've watched their whole lives.
You're a cartoon yourself.
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm a character and a half, bro.
I know. You made me laugh so much in this podcast, bro.
Back up.
Well, I love it, man, and we'll talk about that, man. Because remember when we went from crazy hardcore matches to then having to bring in the grandma and the grandpas, and we talked about all that. We couldn't cuss anymore, and we'll talk about all that, bro. We'll talk about all that in future shows. So, guys, I appreciate you watching this episode. Remy, thank you for coming out, man. Shout out to Greenleaf Health and Wellness for letting us be in their studio and letting us get down with this show. And shout out to Social Plug Media for powering this thing. And, man, Kick Rocks is kicking off strong, man. If you didn't like this episode, Remy, man, I don't know if you even need a beer, and I'm okay with that because this guy made me crack up today. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time, man. We're going to see what happens after SummerSlam. Maybe we'll come back on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday next week after Raw and kind of do our talk. But then we got to get ready for All In.
Yes.
All In's coming in. And I know we're going to be doing a watch party at either Old Main or the Hidden Grove, which is going to be in Cibolo. So nice. Cibolo area, is my correct? So, guys, make sure you get out there again. You'll be seeing this on Friday. Get that out there tomorrow. Get out there tomorrow to come watch the SummerSlam with us at Double Shots. We will get started at 6:00 and there to the end of the show.
Saturday, not
so Saturday. Well, again, we're recording this on Friday, so it's Friday today, bro. When people are watching this,
I forgot about.
See, I gotta teach them something sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Time is linear.
All right, guys. J-Rock is out. Remy's out. We will check you later, and we will be ready for SummerSlam.